All right, and welcome back. We got another episode of Sarcasm Speaks. I'm here with Bobby, and on the phone we got Mitch. What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Not much. Welcome.
It's awesome to be here.
So me and Dats got out today. Well, Dats is a motherfucker, and he actually got to play last week. But I went out for the first round of golf of the season today, and it was just about what I had expected.
I still got it.
Yeah. Well,
Are you just as good as Bobby, or is Bobby worse?
No, he's way worse than I am. He tries really hard to keep up with me, but I let him feel good about himself sometimes.
I know he has a little ego issue. I mean, if you name your Instagram like golfers that lift.
Yeah.
Should have heard me on the 7th hole then.
It's tough. He goes out there and he doesn't even know which green to hit the ball to. It's kind of a shit show.
I hit to the wrong green on the first hole.
I think there's a direct correlation with not being able to lift over 200 pounds and having a 300-yard drive.
200 pounds in what lift?
Squat.
I mean, if I really wanted to, I could squat 200 pounds just to, make you be wrong. I could definitely do it. But
You should do it and post it.
Just
You got to do like a correlation study. You got to be like at 195 and then only hit like 295 and then hit 200 and be hitting it like 310 yards. And then everyone will be like, fuck.
I would love to be able to put that data together. Honestly, I really would. I still got people that don't even people come at me with like, well, I don't do any lifting. And I'm like, you don't even like, I'm just not even like talking about like real lifting, real strength and conditioning. I'm talking about just like lifting weights because you're an adult and that's what adults do. They go to the gym.
Right.
Not very regularly, but they go.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have a membership at least that you pay for.
Yeah, I mean, never use it, or you go and do a token bench press, but
yeah, you got to get in there, get your bench on, and then get the fuck out.
Yeah. The go-to, I feel like, is you just go walk on the treadmill for like 20, 30 minutes, and then you leave.
Yep.
Cardio day.
Or you got to stay on the elliptical because your knees aren't so good and they can't handle the treadmill anymore.
Yo, don't sleep on the elliptical though. That shit, you can turn the volume up on that, and you can get some weird shit going.
Oh yeah, that's some weird shit. I make my students do that. Why? It's part of the class. They have to use the elliptical, but it's always funny.
All right, Jared, I got one for you. Marry, fuck, kill. Elliptical, stair stepper, arc trainer.
Oh shit. So I'm gonna say I'm probably gonna kill. So to me personally, the elliptical and the arc trainer, I know they're not the same thing, but they might as well be the same thing. They both
I
fucking
think
blow.
one's just like aggressive.
Yeah.
The arc trainer's like a very aggressive elliptical.
Yeah.
It's a hardo elliptical.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna pick for you. I think you have to fuck the arc trainer because it get a little weird.
That's kind of what I was gonna go for. I was gonna marry the stair stepper, and I was gonna kill the elliptical.
Oh, see, I was going to marry the elliptical because it's the easiest and I have to do the least amount of work. I was going to kill...
But it's also the lamest.
Yeah, I don't care. I was going to kill the arc trainer because it's just like it's just a goofy version of the elliptical, so I got no time for it. And I was just going to fuck the stair climber because, just get, do it once, get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm on a fuck the arc trainer because shit can get a little weird, and I'm down with weird.
Yeah, I'm down. You want to choke me a little bit, pull my hair, do whatever.
Listen, I don't know if I like it until I try it. That's
Yeah, no,
right.
I mean,
right. Don't rule anything out too early.
Stick your fingers in weird places. I mean, hey, I'll try anything twice.
Yeah, like realistically, if I went to my girlfriend's house and she's like, I bought this set swing, I'd be like, I'm in, fuck it. I've never turned down sex, no matter how strange. So
You're a smart man.
But I definitely marry the elliptical because it's safe.
Yeah, it's always gonna be there.
It's kind of like it's gonna be there. It's gonna do its thing. It's consistent. It's a good Monday through Friday machine.
It's never gonna blow you out of the water, but you know exactly what you're gonna get from it.
No, it's like, and the way I can relate it to is when I was single, like there was this girl I was seeing, and she was kind of like an arc trainer. And I've never been like nervous and turned on at the same time, but that opened my world.
I love the fact that we're equating types of women to gym equipment.
I was gonna say, I was hoping this wasn't gonna turn into the fitness show, but so far so good.
It's a little weird, but I'll let you know, dude. Like she's Puerto Rican and they're a little crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'll let you know, I was all about it. I was just like, this is great. I was like,
this is
holy
different.
fuck.
This is different. I haven't done this before.
I definitely ignore my phone like Monday through Friday and repent for my sins. And Friday night to Sunday morning, like 4 a.m., I was all about it.
That's great. He's just like, oh, well, fuck it. Here we go.
Yeah, like I would just like Monday morning, I'd wake up and have that moment of clarity where like I need to get my life together. I don't know what I'm doing. She has a kid. What am I doing? This is a dead end.
Oh wow, yeah, Jesus.
Oh,
and then like she would text me something, and I'd be like, "I'm in. Let's go."
Okay, I'm back in. You convinced me.
Well, it's just like anyone's diet. Like Monday through Friday lunch is usually pretty good, and then the weekends are something fucking fierce. And then back to Monday, try to clean it up, but just full knowing that you're just gonna fuck it up again.
Yeah.
Come Friday night.
Dude, I recommend like it's just like do the Josh Beckett diet. Like when he's just like he got off the beer and chicken. He's like, I did no beer and chicken Sunday to Thursday, and then I ate what I wanted Friday, Saturday.
Yeah,
I feel like for the average person, that's fucking good.
That's not bad. I mean, it's like that whole like 80-20 thing where it's like if you eat good 80% of the time and 20% of the time you kind of just like do whatever, like you're still going to get results. Like they're obviously not going to be as quick or as good, but you're going to get something. So
that's a good point.
Yeah, I stole that from Joe Rogan. Actually, I can't claim that as my own. I like to give credit where it comes from.
Dude, don't fucking sleep on Joe Rogan. Come on, like he's just like he says that shit, but the dude is literally like 5% body fat, so he's lying.
Well, he's also pumped full of testosterone.
That's fine. I want some.
He's been same. I'm getting close to 30, and I'm debating as soon as I turn 30, being like, all right, how about we get this going here? Let's shoot me up. Let's go.
Yeah. Dude, I'm 27, and last time I got my shit tested, I was just like, yeah, do everything. In my head, I'm like, I have to have low T. This is going to be fucking awesome. I'm going to get testosterone. And they came back, and they're like, oh, it's above average. And I was like, fuck.
So I actually did that last year. I dabbled with some pharmaceuticals,
PEDs.
Yeah, with some PEDs when I was in my younger days. And because why not, right? You're dumb. You're 21 and you're like, you're already at your peak testosterone and you want more. So last year, it had been probably about a year or two since of like stopping everything. And I was feeling kind of wonky. So I went to the doctor and I requested my blood work, and I told him, and I was like, yeah, hey man, like, just a heads up, like, I dabbled with some synthetic testosterone, or I think I tried to be like real slick about it, and I called it exogenous testosterone. And and he was like, all right, cool. So like, we'll get you tested, whatever. So I go in and I'm like, oh, this is going to be weird. Like it's going to come back. I'm going to have like the testosterone of like a 45-year-old. So whatever the range is, I think normal is like 750 to 1100, whatever milligram per mole or whatever bullshit it is. My test comes back, I'm at like 1047. I'm literally at like the highest point of like the normal range before you go into like abnormally high. And I'm like, oh shit. Well, I guess I still got it then.
Still got it.
I got a question though. Is like when you dabble with some testosterone, it's kind of like masturbation where you're like, I'm never going to do this again, and then next thing you know, the cycle's over, and you're like, let's go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good.
It's all it is really is you never get sore. You literally
I am all about that.
You literally never get sore.
I don't know. I live in a permanent state of soreness. Like some people are just like, they're like, I feel great, and I'm like, oh really? Because I'm fucking still dead from 2 days ago. That's cool.
Yeah, cool.
That's like,
I can't sit, I can't stand, I can't lay down. Like there's no position I can be in without pain.
It's like I sit down and my legs go numb because my hamstrings have so much rhabdo that fucking the pressure of sitting hurts. So like they go numb. I can't like. I was just like, that's cool. Fuck me. I was like, whatever. Everyone's like 2 days later. They're like, oh, I'm gonna go 90% again. And I'm like, you suck. Fuck you.
Yeah, I'll see 90% again in I don't know, 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's spinal right now, but we're cool. That's where I suffer, dude. Like, I'll be like, oh, I'm so sore, and someone will be like, oh, don't be a bitch. And I'm like, I'm no bitch. I'm good.
Yeah, no, I got this then. Oh, fuck, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit this.
Yeah, like, and then it's just like my body, that's where I think it creates that testosterone just in the moment. Like, it doesn't, like, help recover or do anything.
No, it's just right
like,
then.
It's just like then, so, like, if I was like, doing cleans with you, and you're like, oh, we're gonna go, like, 110, I'd be like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. And then like I'd sell my soul to get it, and then I'd be cool with you for like another like 30 minutes. When I go home, I'd sit down and be like, oh fuck,
I'm now gonna fall apart.
I was just like, I wake up the next day and I was like, I have to like roll, dude. Like, and I think it's like a late 20s thing. Like,
yeah,
when I was younger, like you said, like I was never sore. I was like, I don't know why people bitch about being sore. I was like, this is easy.
Yeah, it's
funny.
It's really like being in high school again. Like I granted that was, I don't know, fucking 10 years ago, but I don't remember ever getting like cripplingly sore when I was in high school. And obviously it's because your testosterone's through the fucking roof.
Yeah, it has to be like a mid, it's like a late 20s thing, because I'm like 27 now, and like it was about last year where all of a sudden I was like, yo, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It's like,
it's right around the time hangovers became way more severe.
Yeah, but for me that was like 25. 25, the hangover started lasting like 2 days.
I could still bounce back, but now it's like I need to like carefully prepare not to be hungover for 2 straight days.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like the golden days, dude. I swear to God, like when I was hungover until I was about 24, I used to like, because I'd make sure I did all my heavy lifting. I was powerlifting. I was powerlifting. I was like, I'll get all my heavy lifting done Monday through Friday. So when I go get fucked up Friday night and Saturday night, I'll be good.
Yeah.
Like nothing too, yeah. I was like, I'll go in, hit the sauna, hit the elliptical, be good. Like, fuck it. And I was just like, dude, like the old like hangover cure when I was younger, I felt like literally like I'd wake up, Powerade, I would go to the gym, I would like do cardio. That was the only day I'd do cardio.
Yeah, you would sweat it.
Then go sit in the sauna for like 30 minutes, and I'd be like, oh, I feel great, ready to go back out.
Yeah, no, that was it. When I like in college, whenever I was hungover, we would sweat it out. We would go right to the gym and just work as hard as we could, and then be like, all right, cool, we're ready to go again. Now, if I'm hungover, I can't even get off the couch. Like if I think about the gym, I'm gonna get sick. That's the last place I want to go to.
Bro, since I've been 24, I've been hurt lifting 3 times. And it's all been a Monday after drinking on a Saturday.
That's so weird how that happens.
Correlation, causation, I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, it's a very, it's like a 1-to-1 ratio study, but I was just like, oh, fuck. I was like, I've literally like.
Well, you know, I mean, it's really just anecdotal. You know, there's no real evidence there.
There's no real evidence. Maybe I'm just a pussy. I'm probably just a pussy. Like, if we were lifting and you were like, don't be a pussy, I'd be like, I'm not hurt. I'm good.
I'll do that all the time. Like I'll get like now, like obviously I get fucking sore, and like I'll be in the gym, and then like I'll go to squat for like the second time in the week, and because that's it now. Like I squat twice a week, and I'm like, this is good enough for me. And that second time, like I'm usually pretty sore, and then I start actually going, and like sometimes I'm like I go in and I'm like, this is gonna fucking blow, but then I'll get to like 315. And I'll hit it for like 4 or 5 and be like, oh, wow, that was like really easy. I don't know how, like, I was just so sore like 30 seconds ago. Now I feel fucking great. So then I push it. I'm like, fuck, let me go to 335. Let me see what's there. And then, you know, everything works out that day. But the next day is like a double down. I'm absolutely fucking crippled, like can't move. I'm like, every single time I fall for that same fucking bullshit. Where it's like, oh man, like I'm really sore. I don't know how good this is gonna go. Start squatting. Oh wow, this is weird. I feel great. Let me push it. Nope.
Oh yeah, no, dude.
Ruined.
See, here's the mistake you're making. I think Bobby told me you Olympic lift too, right?
I used to.
That's a past life of his.
Yeah, I'll dabble every now and then, but I don't really. I also don't have a gym to lift in yet. When
Hey, I don't know if you know,
Bobby moves the gym, I'm gonna go there at sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know if you know, dude, but Evolution Sports Performance is moving, and they're selling new memberships.
Yeah, and they're moving literally
like
5 minutes from my house.
I already sold his membership to the new spot. It's been that I sold that months ago.
But see, here's the trick: I'm going to let you in the secret. Is you go back to Olympic lifting and you count when you catch your cleans as a squat day. That's what I do. My people are like, "You only squat once a week," and I was like, "No, I squat clean."
Yeah.
Squat.
No. Every time I clean, I squat.
Yeah. I was like, you know how hard that is? I was like, that shit sucks. I was like, if I have like 8 cleans at 100 kilos, I probably almost pass out 8 times. I don't know what.
Yeah, I think
like everyone's fair. Like, yeah, they're like, what do you mean? I was like, well, I get under it. I get about halfway up. I start to get a little dizzy. My body tingles. I stand up and I'm like, oh fuck. And then I'm like, my body's like, you don't want to do that again. And then someone's like, pussy. And it's just like, I'm like, here we go. Fuck it.
Yep. No, I'm literally the same way. I get all my motivation from like criticism and peer pressure.
Yeah.
Like if someone I'm literally like a dumb fucking 15-year-old still. People will be like, you won't do that. I'm like, oh really? Watch me.
Yeah, it's like, give me my beer as I do this. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
As I'm walking up to it, I'm like, this is fucking dumb.
Like, the entire time. You're like, I shouldn't be doing this right now.
I can't tell you how many times, dude, which speaking about this, and Bobby will laugh, is like, I've been hurt, and I was like, someone's like, you won't do it, but the social anxiety of not being able to do it has forced me to do it. Like, dude, I was talking about, like, dude, CTE is a thing, and I was like, I know I have it, because I remember playing high school football, and I was so afraid I'd get, like, social anxiety about having a concussion, and I'm like, I had one that I wouldn't say anything. Like, I remember, like, it was literally like when Oklahoma drills, I'm like 90% sure we're illegal, but we're still doing
the parking lot.
Yeah, they're definitely illegal. Now, were you doing them in a parking lot or on a field?
This was 2007 on a field.
Okay.
And we're just like, I'm like 95% sure it still wasn't supposed to be there, but we modified it because we didn't lay on the ground. We just we turned the other way. Like, we were standing up.
I asked one of my kids. I pulled up a video of the Oklahoma drill because he goes, "Oh, we doing Oklahomas?" I go, "No, we're doing Nebraskas." I go, "Oh, so the Oklahoma drill you're not supposed to do anymore." He goes, "Oh, wait, what is it?" And I pulled up a video. He goes, "Oh, we do those." I go, "Here's what you're going to do. Don't tell anybody in any kind of administrative or authoritative role. Don't tell anyone that you're doing those drills. You'll get your coach in trouble."
Yeah. No, absolutely. Those were definitely the best, though. What did suck was open field tackling or like sideline tackling. That was the fucking worst. I hated those drills.
Did you ever have to do the no fair catch punt drill?
Dude, the sideline tackling. How about, you know what the worst was, Jared? Fucking angled pursuit. Like, my fat ass had to run like 50 yards.
Same.
And like the link.
I'm 5'8", and like when I was playing in high school, I was probably like right around like, between 180 and 190. I was a linebacker, and like we're doing like fucking sideline drills or like the angle shit. And my ankles would get broken every single time. I'm like, I'm not an open field tackler. Like I was a weak side linebacker. Like I filled the backside. I blitzed occasionally. And like, I just made sure that like shit, there were no like counters or reverses. Like that was my responsibility. Like I'm not a fucking safety. I'm not a corner. Like I'm not athletic enough to make open field tackles. I'm just big and can hit pretty solid. Like that's it.
Yeah. Like honestly, man, I ended up being like rotational because I swear to God, like I was one of those kids that I just got high instead of learning the playbook.
I mean, not a bad thing.
I would be in there and they'd go through the play and they'd say, it's literally like, it was high school. So it was the simplest fucking thing in the world. Whether I was like trying to be a fullback or a thing, and like they'd do it and I'd look to the guy next to me and I'd be like, what am I supposed to do? Right? And so eventually, like literally my only job became blow up the lead blocker, and that's where I developed CTE.
Yeah, because you also use your head as a battering ram. What my freshman year, my coach taught us to lead with our head and to put our helmet under the other person's chin. He told us that we obviously like weren't allowed to do that in practice, but in the games, he was like, "That's how you make a tackle." And I was like, okay, cool.
Not to mention, it's like when they found out I didn't know what I was doing, and they were just like, because at this time in high school I powerlifted, so like I was about the same weight as you. I was like 175, right? But I was like, in terms of high school, like I was 175. I had like 184 kilo deadlift. Like my squat was like 160, 165, and I was decently athletic, like but not sports athletic, because you know what I mean. There's two different types.
Yeah, no.
So then, like after they figured that out, and they're like, "Wow, he's just kind of athletic, but he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing." They also put me at like. This was like, pretty much, offense was fullback. And then on defense, they just put me pretty much, I was like, I'd rotate in at linebacker and literally either blitz or like, they're like, if they thought I was going to run, they'd be like, hey, hit the fullback.
Yeah.
And then third was kickoff. And on kickoff, they were just like, you got the most important job. You're going to break the wedge.
Kickoff.
Wedge breaker.
I loved kickoff. It was like literally just run down the field as fast as you can, pick someone and hit them.
Yes. And I remember like there's this one vivid moment, and I remember it has to be like on film somewhere. I was like, I'm going to jump the wedge. And you know, like when before you do something, you're like, this is going to be fucking epic. Like in my head, I was like, I'm going to be a legend for this. I'm going to jump the wedge, land, and fucking hit him.
They're going to put me on ESPN.
I was just like, this is going to happen now. Because like my self-confidence is through the fucking roof at this point. Like I've talked myself into it. And I remember I jumped the wedge and I'm like 90% sure, like I didn't even clear the dude's shoulder and he just fucking flipped me up in the air. And I just remember spinning.
I was going to say either that or you get fucking power bombed into the fucking grass.
I get clotheslined.
Well, like we said, I was like decently athletic, so I could jump a little high enough, like that where like you couldn't grab me, but like it was easier just hit my leg. And I remember like he did it, and I just like flipped a couple times, and the next thing I'm on the ground, and I hit my head so fucking hard that it was like the rest of the game. Right, this is like where I know I had CTE. It was like ringing. Yeah. Because I remember at like one point, like I was standing next to the coach, and like the kickoff was going off again, and he's just fucking yelling at me, and I'm just standing there.
Dude, the worst concussion I ever got was playing lacrosse in high school. I played defense, so again, there's a theme here. I was pretty good at just hitting people and using my body to run into stuff. But so we had really shitty helmets. They were adjustable. So they like kind of slid back and forth. Like, so the front and the back were two different pieces and they were held together.
Hockey helmets were like that.
Yeah. All right. So probably pretty similar to that then. So this one kid is running up the field and I go to, play defense on him. And then I noticed that like, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to fucking nail this kid. So I run full tilt. He's running straight forward. We go helmet to helmet. We hit so hard. Both of us went fucking flying. And the only thing I remember is like getting up and being like, my helmet feels really loose. Like, did my straps like come off? So like I check my chin straps and the top and I'm like, no, everything's here. And then like I go to turn and like I feel the back of the helmet kind of like dangle, and I was like, "Oh shit!" So with the chin strap still on, everything attached, I grabbed the cage of my face mask and took my helmet off still from that way. And I remember standing there on the sideline, holding my helmet in the hand with the back part like flapping there, and like handing it out to my coach and being like, "Coach, my helmet's broken. What do I do?" And he like grabbed a helmet from like one of the freshmen or the sophomores or whatever. I was like, here, get this and get back in the game. And I played the rest of the game. That night, I must have thrown up like 2 or 3 times. I was so sick. I couldn't sleep. My head, it literally felt like you stuffed 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound sack. Like it felt like my brain was going to start oozing through my ears. Like I'd never been in that much pain before. And I was like, yeah, no, that was a legitimate, like serious concussion. Didn't go to the doctor either.
I
mean, dude, going to the doctors is fucking a millennial thing. Like that's below us. Like you suck that shit up.
Dude, I one year, it was New Year's Eve, we were playing and I got fucking rocked in Peabody by some kid wearing like legit leather gloves. Like our gloves were blue, his were fucking leather, and he had hair coming out of the back of his back of his helmet, and he was fucking gigantic.
Yeah.
He hit me in the open ice. All I started seeing was fucking colors and stars and fucking Pokemon and shit. And then that night, I was like way out of it, but I still went out. We went to someone's house for like New Year's Eve. I think I was only like 16, so we weren't drinking or anything. But like at some point, we were all fucking around, and then someone else kicked me in the head.
Oh.
I spent the entire next day puking.
Yeah.
Like the entire next day, I was just puking.
Yeah.
Probably started my hatred of New Year's. That's probably where it started. But everyone's like, "Oh, what's wrong?" I'm like, "I don't know, flu."
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, why can't you pay attention in school?" It's like, I don't know. I don't want to be here. I guess that's part of it. But no, I got fucking rocked.
And back then too, again, this was, 10 years ago. Like people didn't really know. Like my mom didn't.
You didn't
know.
go to the doctor because
Like,
you got a concussion.
I would
you didn't go.
Like I was pretty sure I
You
had
really
a
had to be
concussion,
dying.
but my mom was like, "Are you okay? Like, are you sick? Like you keep throwing up." And I remember like just feeling awful. And like obviously like I was sensitive to lights and shit like that, and all I wanted to do was like lay in my room and go to sleep, but I couldn't sleep because my head hurt so bad, and I just kept getting up to puke. And she was like, "What's going on with you? Like, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm probably just sick."
Yeah.
And I completely just lied. Like I knew I was concussed. I was just like, this fucking blows. And 2 or 3 days later, I was fine.
Well, but the other thing is like if because I got a couple. I got one that was evident to everybody where I got fucking crushed. I don't even remember the hit, and I got helped off the ice. So everyone knew that.
Yeah.
I didn't go to a doctor. No one sent me to a doctor.
No.
I never took a baseline concussion thing.
No,
ever.
those didn't exist.
And it was like, even if I told my parents I was concussed when I was throwing up everywhere,
What were they gonna do?
well, they're gonna be like, okay, hey, we can call the doctor, and they're gonna be like, okay, cool, you got a concussion.
Yeah.
Like, we already know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, if you did that back then, the NFL would have came right in and been like, "He's not concussed."
Yeah. No, he's fine.
We knew better than to say anything.
Right.
It was like,
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm one of like fucking 5 defense out there. If I don't play, then we get fucked rotating, just like firing people through.
Right. Right.
It's just like a different thing. It's like, dude, like I can tell you right now, I'm pretty sure I have 6 undocumented concussions that are pretty legit. Like,
Yeah.
3 step, like one was football, dude. We were doing pretty much modified Oklahoma drills with or Nebraska, whereas like there's 2 linemen. I was at
Oklahoma. Nebraska's the
linebacker,
cone
and
drill. It's a figure eight with a back pedal. It's not a Nebraska drill. You
No.
were doing Oklahoma's.
All right. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, whatever. A modified version, maybe Massachusetts drills, because it wasn't technically in Oklahoma. And I remember I was just like, we're at this football camp where like the coach is like, "It's highly recommended." And I was like, "Fuck it, I'll do it, whatever." And so like I'm at linebacker, and the kid, like he played for our school. Like this dude was just he was pretty savage at running back. Like he had a chance to go to Penn State, but he ended up blowing out his ankle like second to last game senior year. And by the time he was like healed up, they kind of pulled his scholarship, and they're just like, "We'll let you walk on, and then if you can earn it back." So he ended up going to Stonehill, and this kid's a beast. And I was lined up against him, and I remember like I tackled him, and like the whole right side of my body went numb.
Jesus Christ! So you had a stroke.
I was saying,
did
did it smell like toast? Because you definitely had a stroke.
I couldn't hear anything, and I'm pretty sure there's a video of me like looking at my hand because I couldn't feel it in my whole arm, and I was like shaking it around trying to get my feeling back. And I remember like when my grandmother came to pick me up, she's like, "How was everything?" I'm like, "Good."
I don't know.
Dude, like when I still lay on that right side, it goes numb. I was just like, I'm just gonna ride with that till I die.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
That's like getting stingers. Those are the fucking
dude,
worst.
it was a stinger concussion. Like when I go to the doctor, they're like, "How's your health? Everything good?" I'm like, "Great."
Yeah, everything's fine. The worst was
I'm like, "No, dude."
the
I was
burners.
like, "I have nerve entrapment throughout my whole body. I'm pretty sure I have CTE, hemorrhoids. It's cool. Whatever."
Yeah, no, everything's fine. I mean, I'm held together with
like,
some bubble gum and toothpaste, but or toothpicks.
Yeah, no, I'll figure it out. I don't know how to tell you I'm not fine because that's more scary than like.
It's way more difficult.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of paperwork.
Way too much paperwork. And then it's like, where does it end? Because then it's like, then you're gonna start getting into almost like Afterlife when we were watching that.
Yeah.
So Afterlife is Netflix, right?
Yeah.
So we were watching Afterlife Netflix. It's Ricky Gervais. Is that did I pronounce that right?
Yeah.
So it's Ricky Gervais, and his wife dies, and the humor of the first 4 episodes is
Yeah.
all surrounding him, like talking about killing himself.
Yeah.
So it's like which I thought was hysterical. I actually thought it ended kind of weak because it ended with like hope and resolution, and it kind of flipped, kind of like.
You like
Kinda
the dark.
hard.
You like the darkness. You didn't.
Oh
like
my
the
god, I
light.
was dying. I was fucking dying laughing listening to that, and that just shows how fucked up I am. But it's even like in the doctor's office. It's like It's like doctor's office or anyone that can like change these things. You just have to be like, yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm good. Oh, anything bothering you? No, I'm fine.
Nope. Everything's
No,
good.
Everything's
great.
good.
I'm missing a foot, but fuck it. Yeah, I don't need this bitch foot anyways.
Everything's good, but I was looking at that rope outside.
Yeah.
You think
Dude,
that could
that's the
hold?
worst.
Would you say I weighed in at 168? Do you think that could hold 169 pounds or?
No, dude, real life. Like, a part of people, if they actually like off themselves, like that's brave as shit. Like, I would never do it.
Yeah,
Top
I
my
don't have.
list.
I don't have the balls to.
I don't
actually
think I do
that.
either.
No, I don't either.
Like I'll
But
make,
I like the jokes. But
I'll
I don't
make
think I have the
jokes
balls
about
to
but
do
it.
I'm like,
be like, yeah, I'm
but
gonna go fucking kill
90%,
myself.
Dude, if a mental health therapist or like a doctor shadowed me and listened to how many times I threatened to kill
Oh
myself,
my
God.
god, it's.
I'd probably be in a mental
Oh,
institution
man.
right now.
Yeah.
I would
Before
have
lift,
I would
when
have
wake up
all
to
of
work.
the disorders, every single one of them.
Yeah.
I would probably have.
Yeah. So,
Except the split personality thing. I think I'm pretty good with who I am.
Yeah. So I work in the social work field. And so obviously, like, I also have a very dark sense of humor. Like, so that's the thing. Like, people that work in that industry, especially you work there long enough, you develop a very dark sense of humor because we see fucked up shit. So like, that's the only way to get over it is to make jokes about it. But
Yeah.
the way I make jokes about like committing suicide and like killing myself is apparently like crossing some line for some people.
I mean-
because we'll say something and like, whatever. It'd be like, oh yeah, today really fucking blows. Like, I'll probably just go walk out in the middle of fucking 290 and hope a fucking tractor trailer runs me over. And like sometimes I'll get like real descriptive with it too, because like I think it's funny. Like the more it's like it's humor. Like the more descriptive and more fucked up you can get, like the funnier it is. But these people, because they're in psychology and social work and all this, sometimes they look at me and they're like, "Is everything okay?" Like, are you like, or they'll be like, "That's really fucked up. Like, why would you say that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, we joke about fucked up shit, and I make this joke, and you think like I'm not okay." And they're like, "Are you sure like everything's good?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm obviously not gonna fucking kill myself. Like, I'm looking for laughs here."
So here's the deal with my sarcasm and my sense of
Don't laugh,
humor.
I will kill myself.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't gonna kill myself before, but now that you're questioning,
Oh
me,
wow!
Jesus
If
Christ.
that joke didn't land, I guess I should go kill myself.
Yeah, fuck me.
But,
I
like-
might just have to quit my job.
My sarcasm and my sense of humor is so difficult for people to pick up on that because I am straight faced with it, and I'm not high, I'm not low.
That's the best way to do it. That's
Yeah.
how you have to deliver it.
But people actually don't know if I'm joking.
Yeah.
Like they actually they don't know if like my offhanded comments, because a lot of times I'll do it like they'll be saying something and I'll be like, oh yeah, hold on, I'm just gonna grab a razor blade real quick and just let my wrist move, and I like walk away from them as I do it. So they really have no idea.
They're like left to their own thoughts for a second.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
wait a
because
second.
they're like, it does put people in an uncomfortable spot because it's like, wow, I really don't know, because it's like I want to laugh because I think he's kidding, but
what
if he's not?
If he's not?
and then what if I have to see that or clean that up? Or what if I have to call 24 trauma to come clean that shit up?
I wouldn't do it, Bobby. I probably wouldn't. Like, I'd just leave. I couldn't do that. I'd just be like, oh, fuck, he killed himself. I'm out.
Yeah, it would be like, oh, I know there's a house rule at the gym where if someone goes down, they're supposed to throw them in the ditch.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
Although, honestly, it depends what mood I'm in, because I might feel like being a hero that day. So I might be like, you know what I mean? If I'm in a good mood, if I just crushed the PR or something, I might be like, yo, man, he was there. I CPR for hours. Like, yeah, Matthew Michonne put it in the papers. Yeah, I tried my hardest. I'm a hero. Other days, though, like, you might live if you do it. But other days, if I'm not feeling good, he wanted to kill himself.
Excuse me, Mr. Micciarone. he had a deep laceration going through his neck. Why did you think CPR was going to work?
or that's one of those, like, he's just fucking dead and you just go over and just fucking pound his chest as hard as you can and try and break all his ribs and be like, yeah, no, I performed CPR so long I must have broke his ribs.
Dude, I actually saw a video of either a police officer or an EMT or like some emergency medical whatever actually doing real CPR on someone and actually brought the person back to life. Holy shit, he fucking was wailing on that dude.
Oh yeah.
Like when they say like, oh, you should be like pushing hard enough to like break bones, this fucking guy was. Oh my god.
Yeah. Dude, it's exhausting.
So let's get it. Yeah, we should get this on the record right now. Like, we make these jokes, but I do enjoy living, so I just want on the record. You can beat the shit out of me if it brings me back. Like,
yeah. I'm also going to go on the record. I I've said this before. Like, I have a great fucking life. Like I have a pretty solid job, 2 jobs. Like, we got this podcast.
Great relative, Ben.
Yeah, like we got a house here. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm great. I'm actually in a really good spot.
I'm really glad you two guys cleared that up.
Yeah, I'm choosing not to die here. I just want it to be known that if you see me struggling, like I might die, don't let me.
Yeah. I'd like to keep this thing going for a little bit. see what I can make of it.
Yeah, bro. Like, when people say like, oh, like death isn't scary. Like, we have someone I used to work with is super religious.
Oh, and anyone who says like, that's so full of shit.
Yeah.
I was like, death isn't scary. I'm like, hold on, homeboy. Nothing else here is guaranteed. Like, whoa. I thought about writing some books, and I was like, who knows if that may take off in 1,000 years. But
you know what my response would be? Be like, hey, man, haven't you ever seen The Dark Knight Rises? We all know you need fear in order to get out of that fucking tunnel.
Fucking, you know what, though? It's so true. Anyone that does say it's like, oh, I don't fear death, you're so full of shit.
Yeah.
You're full of shit.
So full of shit.
Yeah. That's what it's a motivator, really. Like, if someone really didn't fear death, you could make the argument that they would just be a loser. You know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't be doing anything because they'd be like, well, it doesn't really matter if I die, and then like, so my life has no purpose. So like, why would I work to like make myself good or make society good?
That's what Ricky Gervais was doing in Afterlife.
Yeah.
He basically was like, well, if you fire me from work, I'm gonna show up and be rude. I'm not gonna do anything, and I'm gonna speak poorly and all that. And then if you fire me, I'll just go kill myself because I don't care. And it's like that's the attitude,
right?
But dude, you can't, dude. I'm sorry. That takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. And people who are going to have that kind of attitude and try to actually pull it off don't have that kind of work ethic.
Right.
Because they would take their work ethic and put it towards something positive.
Yeah.
Like finding a way. Like go get a dog. Like go adopt a dog. And then all of a sudden, like in Afterlife.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh, this dog's the only reason I'm alive because it can't open a tin can to feed itself.
Yeah.
But dude, that's enough for some people.
So Mitch, have you seen that show?
No, I have not.
I highly recommend it. It's on Netflix.
It's only 6 episodes and they're only like 25 minutes.
Yeah. So you can binge it and be done in like 3 hours.
I do have a good one for you guys.
So
loop back. You know what show you reminded me of and I love is Always Sunny.
Oh, I love Always Sunny. It's like one of the best shows ever.
I have to there's going to be a new one coming out, but I was just like, whoever wrote that show is a fucking genius, and I hope that's how the afterlife is.
It's not as like zany and wacky, but it's pretty funny. It's got a very dark sense of humor to it, and I fucking love it. But it's got a great blend of like seriousness and comedy and like. Just like it's like realness. It's like without giving too much away, he befriends like a drug addict and a sex worker and it's a prostitute.
No, sex worker.
Sex worker.
Hey, bro, fuck off because prostitutes are myths. I've been looking for them and I've never found them.
So go to a casino. You're looking for open-toed shoes. A bag that's only big enough to hold cash, and they definitely won't have a cell phone on them. So like if they try to give you their number, they probably they'll say they don't have one.
Huh.
That's what you're looking for. So if you ever see, now a client told me this. This isn't like my findings.
Yeah. Okay, Bobby.
Yeah. There's research behind
I
this.
got nothing.
Anecdotal evidence.
Hey, I got nothing. I'm just gonna power through this.
We got a randomized controlled study.
I'm just gonna bulldoze right through this one. So that's what he said. He goes, if you ever see like a girl that's way too fucking hot for the guy that she's talking to, you need to look for the other two, and you can pretty much guarantee that we have a prostitute in the works.
Interesting.
All right.
But that's
that's
mostly Mohegan and Foxwoods. I don't know what the prostitute scene is like at Twin River.
Yeah.
I can't say that I see a ton of it, but I also barricade myself in the sports book where women are hermits.
Yeah. I'm going to just say right now, as we transition this conversation, people listening are like getting an in look into my brain, and they're probably a little frightened. But on the prostitute topic,
Yep.
one, do you guys see Bryce Harper's contract?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I made his money, I don't have a prostitute or drug addiction, but I would.
I would create one. Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, what do you do at that point?
What do you do with that much money?
Do you like?
I literally would buy a gallon of cocaine. I don't know how much that costs, but I'm in, and I'd get a prostitute. And it might
So how many kilos?
You know how I know you don't do coke? You can't buy coke in a gallon.
Yeah.
But when you have like 360 million, you can.
Is that like 4.27 kilos?
Who knows? Fuck it. Like, you're rich when you're like, I'll just take a gallon of that.
It's like, not, dude, I sell in weight. No, not anymore. You sell in volume.
Well, how do you want me to give that to you? You empty a water bottle, figure it out. Fuck it.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah, just see buy a gallon of cocaine.
Yeah, people people say shit, and I'm like, I would be so bad with money because I'd have a drug addiction, probably a couple STDs, and I'd be broke in about a year.
Yeah, but I mean,
dude, that's honestly, a lot of $1 million to spend.
Honestly, that's not far off of what actually happens to these guys. Like some of these guys, like they make a fuck ton of money. And then, 5, 6, 7 years after they retire, they're broke.
Well, I think a lot of it comes down to they have bad people in their life that come in and it's like, hey, you give me, a couple $1 million, I have a plan that's going to get you 5% return each year for the next 20 years. So your $2 million is going to turn into some bigger number that I can't do the math for.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can't, I don't know. I'm struggling with this right now. I originally wanted to say I feel bad for them, but then at the same time, like the people that make like the athletes that make a fuck ton of money and then go broke. But at the same time, I can't say I feel that bad because they had a fuck ton of money.
I will say though, but it's their family that it gets tough because there's bad people in their families that come to them and be like, hey, I'm tough, or I'm in a tough spot. You're getting 33 million this year. How about 500K?
Yeah.
And then it's like they go and they do whatever they do with it. Then it's like, hey, it's still not that much money. Like, how about like another 250? It's like, and that's how it happens. Or they get into bad investments with shitty businessmen.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I got a question. So, how much money would you have to make a year where like it doesn't matter? Like you're still going to be rich no matter what. Just like how much money would you have to win to where like you could probably do $50 million worth of stupid stuff and still win? Like, you know what I mean? Like not lose money.
20. Yeah. I'd say if you were just blowing like 20% of your money, that's probably the most that you could just absolutely piss away and recover from.
Yeah.
And that's almost a little bit of an arbitrary number.
All jokes aside, I don't know, like I'm so used to being poor, I don't think I could spend that type of money. Like I wouldn't know what to do with it.
I hate spending money.
Yeah,
I could, but let's be real. Like think of it, like say if we all bought a lottery ticket, that $1 billion ticket, right? After taxes, we each get 250 million.
Yeah.
You're gonna buy a nice car.
Right.
You're gonna buy a house.
House, yes. I'm not buying a nice car.
You say that now. You'll buy a nice car.
I'm not buying a nice car. A fucking car's a waste of money.
I'll buy 2 cars then.
I'd rather.
Yeah, good.
I'm a great consumer.
No, so I would actually spend more.
Right?
I would spend more on the house, and I would, dude, cars, they get me from one place to another. I don't give a fuck if it's a Toyota Corolla. Hold on, sorry. I might go up to a Toyota Camry.
Well, first off, you are a shitty millionaire. Let's clarify that.
Why? Because I'm not buying a fucking. Hold on. It's a quarter millionaire or a quarter billionaire, right? 250 million. Is that what you said?
Yeah. So first off, remember first purchase gallon of Coke.
Of course. I thought that was assumed.
Yeah.
You don't have to use it, but it'd kind of be like a cool house decoration.
What's that? That's my gallon of Coke.
It's a great talking point. You put it
Jumping
right
off
by
point.
right by the front door. People walk in, they're like, "Is that a gallon of like sugar? Like what is that?"
Something like that.
Yeah, kinda.
Ultimate
sugar.
power, like rich move. Ultimate power, rich move, where it would never matter what you do. Is just that's how you you put that in people's coffee. You come over to my house, Bobby. You leave I always feel great leaving Mitch's. I'm so energized.
Face is a little tingly, but
I wonder what kind of coffee he has.
it's really good.
Yeah, are those Arabica beans?
I didn't know. Why is
Sounds
his
like to be
Folger so
fucking
good? No, but I would absolutely make some reckless purchases. A car just wouldn't be one of them.
All right, so I think my answer has completely changed, mainly because I went to LA last week, a week and a half ago, and I saw how people with money live, and I'm just jealous, dude. I'm a peasant, and I'll always be a peasant. Fuck. Dude, I did some hiking activity, which
Gross.
is gay because it's outside, it's activity, right? But whatever. I was feeling myself and doing that RP strength diet, so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we get to the top of the mountain, I'm feeling great, and we get there, people were sitting down with my girlfriend, her friends, and they're like, "Oh my god, look at that house on Hidden Valley!" This $25 million house. This dude has so much money that he has a $25 million house and $5 million worth of land for his own private vineyard.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Well, so I don't have the 250 million, but I would like to think that I might buy a $5 million house, pay cash for it, but I'm not gonna I still don't think that I would go way over the edge, way over the top. Now, where I would go over the top is golf and golf related activities. I would absolutely
Surprise.
I would absolutely go over the top. Which actually, if you really want to, I guess is actually very possible. I know someone who caddies down in Florida, and he has a couple middle school age kids, and I believe the parents are Chinese from China, and they do very, very well.
As opposed to the Chinese from Vietnam.
I just want to clarify that I'm not talking about just Asian.
Or the Chinese from Korea.
Because just know real quick, it's all different languages. Chinese people can't understand Japanese people.
Oh yeah.
Listen, this is
Similar taste, but
is he
different
fucking
language.
serious? Is he fucking kidding me right now? This is what I was fucking clarifying. It's I'm not saying Chinese just to be Asian. I'm saying I believe they are actually from China. Because I don't want to sound like a bigot. I already sound like a fucking suicidal asshole. I don't want to also be a fucking racist bigot here.
Well, that's what I said.
Put it
It's the
this way, if
Chinese from
anyone
China,
listens to
not
this
from
podcast,
Vietnam.
none of us have a job.
Yeah, no. It's only a matter of time.
Listen, if this goes viral, we all just have to plead like Barstool Sports.
Be like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Or I'd just be like, I'm playing a character.
Anyway, the Chinese people buy really expensive golf stuff. That's all I wanted to say. They buy $80 dozen of golf balls. They buy shafts that cost $1,000 when expensive here is $300. That's all I wanted to say. That's it.
Chinese people buy expensive fucking everything.
Well, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I when I was up near BU, those dudes race
that's
Lamborghinis
insane.
down the street.
That is insane. Yes. BU specifically. There is.
And here's some crazy shit someone told me. I know someone went to BU and they were just did you know sometimes the kids that transfer over, sorry, I'm a little drunk because I'm 6 deep of these IPAs.
I remember my first beer, Mitch.
Yeah, but I literally cracked the first one when we started this podcast.
That was 30 minutes ago.
I know this is a real record pace. All right,
dude, you better be careful, man.
I'll be good.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Worry,
famous last words.
My apartment's 300 square feet because I'm in DC, so I got nowhere to go.
Is that this room right now?
Yeah,
probably.
Actually, the room we're in is probably pretty close to that.
Literally, it's 5 steps to my bed, so we're cool. It's whatever.
5 steps to your bed or 1 step to the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's cool. It's like 5 steps to the bed, equal distance fall to the floor.
If I fall one way, I hit a bed. If I fall the other, it's ground.
Yeah, so it's either concussion or bed. We're cool.
Yeah, but I always say we hit the concussion thing.
Yeah. But like apparently they'll race cars, but they'll switch cars with other like transfer students because they think it's like cliche to be seen in the same car multiple days in a row. So like they'll drive the purple Lamborghini Monday through Thursday, but then they'll take the pink one Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but they can't be seen in the same car because it shows that they're poor. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
I believe
I can't
yes.
even afford my 2005 Jeep.
Yes, I actually define being poor the same way, driving the same Lamborghini 7 days a week. Yep. That's how I define poor or not poor. Life's tough, man, though. I will say. Fucking they have to switch Lamborghinis with someone just to, keep their status.
But low key, dude, that shit is tough because imagine like me and you switch cars every day. We have to fucking adjust the mirrors, adjust the seat.
Dude, that's horrible. Like I get my car serviced every 6 months, and I dread when I get back in that car because obviously I'm 5'8", 160 pounds. So
dude,
someone had to move. They're all like 6 feet tall.
I don't know how it's a requirement to be a mechanic. You have to be over 6 feet.
Oh God. The one guy in Medford that I used to go to was shorter than me, and he never had to fucking move his car around, or move my car around.
That's a poll question. How many mechanics have you met under 6 feet tall?
I think one.
Those dudes, dude.
I know one. My buddy's dad, and that's it.
I think everyone has to know one, but you aren't allowed to know two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, it's like, it's funny you brought that up because I thought of it. I was like, I just got I had to pay like $800 to fix my 2005 Jeep. It's like literally the value of the fucking Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got the car back and I was like, who the fuck sat in this thing? I was like, that has to be fucking huge.
I do notice that every time I get in my car, the seat is like it's in the back seat. And I'm like, what the fuck? Was like Lurch driving this?
Well,
like,
dude, these guys. So, like, again, I drive a Toyota Corolla, so these guys come up to the window, and it's like, "Hey, my name's Steve. I'm gonna be, taking the car today," and I have to talk to his dick because it's right in my fucking vision. He's up in the fucking clouds. Here I am down here, like, "Hey, Steve's dick."
Yeah. Hey there, guy.
Here you go. Here's a good one. I'm stealing this from Barstool. Would you rather be half your height, and have a 10-inch dick, or have a 4-inch dick and add 3 inches to your height?
I feel like I would probably want to be half the height and have the 10-inch dick, because then
That'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Then you're an anomaly in two ways, because you're a midget. Because I'm 5'8", so what is that? 68 inches. So I would be 34 inches with a 10-inch dick. So like I'd be a midget with a giant dick. So like I'm definitely gonna get famous somehow, whether it's in porn or whether it's some other way.
I'm going the other way, because if I'm going to be a perpetual letdown in life, I may as well just keep it consistent.
And if I only if I add
I would only be 5'11". So that would be the worst part.
So if I add 3 inches,
I would be 5'11".
I'm only getting to 5'11", so it doesn't even fucking matter. I'm not even 6 feet.
Like I said, just perpetual letdown.
Yeah, here's the thing: is I'm gonna side with Bobby because I just picked someone who's very like unconfident in themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I'd find someone who's a loser and to love me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't go with the weirdo part.
Yeah. What do you got, Finn?
Oh. We have a have a guest. Is that plugged in?
It should be.
Bob, have you got Chris on yet?
What's the question? No, we're going to do like the Masters. So, Finn, the question was, would you rather be 3 inches taller with a 4-inch dick, or be half of your height with a 10-inch dick?
Definitely half the height. Definitely half the height with a
just pull that right up. Yeah.
I mean, I'd feel like a phony if I was like 6'4" with a 4-inch dick.
Are you 6 feet tall?
About, yeah.
Here's the thing.
Must be
Let
nice.
me
Nice.
sell you on this. Let me sell you on this. Your porn
Yeah,
career,
that's
if you were
not either,
6'4", with the chode, would be through the roof. There's definitely a market for that. I feel like I've watched enough porn to know there's a market for that. You can make some good money.
Oh, you could definitely do the what is it? The clothed female naked male stuff, where it's like
Yeah.
some guy who's always looking kind of weird in tighty whities.
Maybe. What kind of porns are you watching?
It's always on like the thumbnail screen.
Oh, is that like the
CFNM.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if
I had to know what the
if I'm more,
abbreviation meant one day. Research.
Here's
No,
the
I
thing.
watched those.
I don't know if
Alright.
I'm more embarrassed for Bobby or the fact I was like, oh, I know. What
Oh, like you guys don't
Like-
fucking know what I'm talking about. Okay, all right. Everyone, get off your Okay, I'll find my high horse some other time.
yeah.
Fuck off.
Dude, porn's like that one thing where you're like, never again, I'm off it. And then it's like
Well,
12 hours later and you're
Except
Porn's
fuck, let's
also
go.
one of those weird things too, where like you can catch yourself going down like a really weird hole, like a rabbit
Yes.
hole, and you're like, oh shit! Now all of a sudden I'm watching like midget pterodactyl BDSM porn with like like fucking iron rods that are heated up in a fire and they're burning each other, and it's like, what the fuck am I watching right now?
There's always that point when
But
you
you
go down the
never turn
rabbit hole
away.
where you're like, yeah, no, there's this point when you go down the rabbit hole where you're like, if anyone else could see what I'm watching right now, I'd be in jail.
You just feel disgusting.
The FBI guy
Yeah.
on my phone is so mad at me right now.
He is just like this little perv.
Do you need the
It's way-
sound?
especially, Dude, I
Is
have
the
a
sound
girlfriend,
really
so
helping you
sometimes
right
it's-
now?
Dude, I have a girlfriend, and sometimes like she'll have to use my phone, and they're like
Oof.
the literally first thing that pops in my mind. I'm like, what's the last thing I watched? I'm like, I would just have to either offer or B, break up with her because I was like giving her that ammunition. Can't do it. It's like,
Yeah.
Plug that into
All right.
gold thing.
So, Mitch, what we do at the end, this usually ends up taking a little bit, is we go final thoughts. So you can pretty much pick up with any topic you want, and then we just kind of see where it goes. Sometimes it's short, sometimes it's definitely not.
right.
Do you want to go? Do you got something?
Yeah, I'll go. I'm still on the porn topic, and it's coming up. So we'll start with like, how much money would it take for your porn search history to be exposed to the internet every day?
Now are we talking? Do I get paid daily, like every time it goes out, like or
Well, I don't think the pay schedule matters. I think he's looking for an amount.
Yeah, so say an example is you get paid an extra like every time you hide your porn search history, you lose $1,000. Every time you openly show it, you get 1,000.
Oh wait! Oh,
But
so
you
if
don't
you
know.
hide it, you wait. If you hide it, you lose.
So say if like an
This
example
doesn't
is
seem
like
very
you
fair.
don't. Here's an example. Every time you hide your porn search history, you lose money. Every time you get your porn search history public, you gain money.
Okay. So I would say so my question is, it's completely public, like to everyone. It doesn't get sent to a certain
Like literally,
individual.
they could
Like,
search
are they gonna send
Jared
it?
Mello.
Yeah, are they gonna like put it on Google? They're not
Jared
gonna,
Mello porn habits.
they're not gonna like send
Yes,
it to my
it's
mom.
It's everywhere. Anyone can look it up. It's literally like JaredMelloPornHabits.com.
Okay, all right. I would say
And it's literally as advanced as Pornhub, where like it has metrics, trending, what you might look at, what you have watched.
I would say $150,000 a year. I would do it for that.
But you can't alter your porn searches right now.
No, that's fine. 150,000 is the minimum. Because
All right.
then I could make a living off of watching porn.
That's true. I was gonna say because this is all about using the system to work for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking
It's like
I was
this,
thinking a
like
million a
this good
year. I
one.
mean, this is I was thinking a million a year. Dude, this is fucking insane. Because then also it's like
You must have a really fucked up porn search history.
no, because you don't give yourself any wiggle room.
Oh, okay.
Because
Right.
if you want to get weird one day, and if you want to fucking keep it under wraps, there's a cost to that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right, Bobby. Here's one for you on the porn. Is how much money would it take right now for Jared to take your phone and search like Pornhub and everything and go through your history?
Dude, it's 2019. There's private browsing.
Yeah, private browsing, man.
So he could like
there's no
nothing.
there's
If you
no
didn't have private
there's no
browsing.
history.
huh?
If you didn't use private browsing, how much money would it take to give Jared your phone right now and go through everything and expose everything.
I mean, I would be charging. Well, see, your question has way too many flaws. You didn't think this one through. The last question was good. Yeah, dude, it's like, I mean, I don't know.
What I hear,
I mean, I would charge.
defensive.
I would charge for the inconvenience, but not like for what you'll find.
Yeah.
See,
just
Jared, you know
normal
what I'm
shit.
hearing? I'm hearing him being a little defensive right here.
I think he's got a really fucked up porn search history.
The point was, it wouldn't cost. I wouldn't. It's not like I wouldn't want the money to like hide anything. I just want the money for the inconvenience, because it's like, okay, well, now he's gonna look through this, and I mean, there's gonna be some judgment because, you know, everyone's got different tastes here. But some of us like nuggets. But anyway, whatever. But yeah, it's like, that's. I mean, it's like, dude. It's, I mean, we're openly talking about it's porn. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not looking at animals or fucking. I don't even know what.
Or I mean, you know, sometimes
That's true.
when you get real deep.
Dude, it's like kind of.
Sometimes a dog shows up, and you know, there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, I mean, we've
I
all
think we
we've
got
all
good
seen
questions for me.
Mr. Hands.
Dude, like, you know what else is a myth? As we talk about myths, I think being a male porn star is a myth, because like I would have been in on that, but I couldn't. Like, how the fuck do you do that? Like,
You need to be gifted.
Yeah.
no, you don't. There's fucking markets for everything. There has to be an
The
average white male
CFNM.
market.
So you have seen it. I thought those tidy whities looked familiar.
Hey, there has to be like a mediocre Olympic lifter white male market for porn.
Oh, there's got to be. No, there for sure
There's
is.
definitely exercise
Because
subsex.
that it's very lacking. I searched. I've since given up, but for the longest time, that's what I would search. Is like fit chick, or like fucking, because you can't use the word muscle, because then dudes start popping up. It's all about the keywords. You got to pick the good keywords. So it's like,
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
or so you'd have to go like FBB for like female bodybuilder, or like, you know, there are certain ways to do it, because, you know, every now and then, and sometimes, you know, like I said, tastes change.
The girls never show up.
And sometimes
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what, like I could go for like a really fit chick that's like, you know, kind of muscly. I want to, you know, this is what I want to watch right now. But that
Yeah.
is such a lacking the department in porn. These fitness chicks need to start using their bodies in a more
It has to be hard to
better way.
recruit.
I don't know. The CBD oil seems to be pretty lucrative right now.
oh my god, everyone has a fucking CBD
Yeah.
oil.
All right, so I guess like that was a good one, and then the last one we'll get on the last topic. We stick to it. How much has porn fucked up your everyday life?
Like fucked up.
Since high school, it sometimes fucked up your interaction with females and other people, where like you end up like, oh shit.
I mean, I'm a fucking psycho, but I don't think it's because of porn.
Yeah, I mean, I've never like canceled plans or anything
No.
to like jerk off.
No, I never have really done that.
But
No. All right, so not that. I was actually, the only reason it comes up is because there's this article out where it was talking about men
I've heard
and how like porn's fucked up men, where they think every woman wants to fuck them.
Well, I've also
well,
heard.
that's not because of porn. That's just being a male.
I've heard a couple things.
That's literally how my brain works. Like
Yeah.
if I meet someone, like a girl that I've never met before, and she talks to me, and like she laughs at a joke that I make, I'm like, she definitely wants to fuck me.
Well, it's like you instantly go South Park when when Bebe grows boobs, and it's like Ata.
Yeah.
It's like, and they stands looking at the wall. Friends, Ata.
Dude, it's crazy. Like I tell people, like I was joking when I was just like, every time it's like girl talks to you, like, oh, she wants it.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. That's how my brain works.
It's just like
that's how
there
all
was, like,
men's
a meme
brain
the
works.
other day. It's like 90%. It's like girl talks to you to help teach you, and it's like girl wants sex. In reality, she's your teacher. She's paid to be nice to you.
That's pretty accurate.
It's just like she's just being super nice because she's attracted to me.
Yeah, I was just say though, I mean, if that's like porn's fault, fine, but I wouldn't necessarily associate that with porn.
Well, like,
I've heard some.
yeah, no,
honestly, I've heard some other stuff with like porn fucking up like sometimes your sex drive, and then sometimes fucking up your expectations. But
Yeah.
other than that, I don't know a ton. So I don't
Oh,
think
well,
I don't think
I'll
a lot.
definitely vouch porn's fucked up expectations 100%.
Yeah. But
looping back to that first conversation we had about ellipticals and arc trainers, the arc trainer I was seeing for a while, she was kind of like, it was kind of like when you watch porn, and I was scared, and I didn't like it.
No,
it
see, so
aggressive.
that's what I was just about to say, is that, so I was with a girl for a little while that was an arc trainer, and it was fun at first. Like the first couple of times, it's like, oh wow, like this is different, like, you know, or whatever. And then it started just getting weird, and then it got to the point where I was like, I kind of don't want to do this right now. Like, I'm a little uncomfortable. Like, we're about to start doing some weird shit. And that's literally what I got. I got to that point and was like, all right, I think I've crossed my line already.
Sea cucumber.
Yeah.
Sea cucumber.
Pineapple. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm good. And then we just kind of like, we mutually ghosted each other, because she probably, I think, got to the point where she was like, wow, you're kind of a fucking loser. And I was like, you're kind of a fucking psycho. And then, like I said, we just parted ways.
Dude, like I said before, all about weird. Don't knock it till you try it. It is what it is.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, it's fun on like a one-off thing, but like you can't date that. Like, I couldn't date that girl.
I've done some weird before. It's like you do it, and then you're just like, when you feel yourself, when like they hit you back up and you go back, you're like, am I weird? What's wrong? You're like, I definitely, what's wrong with me? I was like, this is bad. I was like, there's no way I'm going to fucking hell for this. And I was like, I'm going back. I was just like, I definitely left, and I was like, I'm never doing this again. This is done.
It just reminds me of Will Ferrell and the Other Guys, when he's like the reserve cop.
Yeah,
and it's like, Gators bitches better be wearing jimmies.
Dude, it's how it was. I was just like, it was like at least like 6 weeks in a row. I was like, I'm good. I'm never doing it again. Literally, Friday would get out of class Friday. I'd be like, hey, what's up? And she'd be like, oh, you didn't talk to me all week. And I was like, I'm sorry, I was busy. What are you doing tonight? And I'd leave, and I'd be like, I'd go home, and I'd see my family, I'd see my friends the next day, and I was like, I need to go to church.
Yeah, I need to take a shower.
Young priest and an old priest
with like bleach.
Yeah, someone needs to stop me right now.
Oh man, Bob, you got a final thought?
Yeah, so it's definitely gonna fall flat to what we've kind of been talking to, but I think everyone can kind of appreciate this one. So, Mitch, obviously we're unloading some shit for the move, so I put up 2 of the giant tires on Facebook Marketplace. So naturally, what happens is I list them. It's like one's 55 inches tall, the other's 60 inches tall, and so I put them up, and everyone's reaching out to me about the 60-inch tire, and everyone's like, oh, I'll come get that. I'm like, yeah, it's free. Just come grab it. This is where it's at. And fucking nobody can move this damn thing. So everyone shows up like, oh, 60-inch tire. I like tires. I like to fitness. Show me the fitness. And like everyone shows up, can't get it, or they show up in a pickup truck. Like, that shit ain't not getting into a pickup truck by yourself. You ain't that fucking strong. This thing's like 500 fucking pounds, and people are showing up by themselves to throw it into a pickup truck. They just sit there, struggle, and leave it. But I just think it's funny. It's like everyone is such a fucking hardo.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's such a hardo. It is
I don't know why people are like that way. It's like, I listened to your last podcast when you had someone come up with a fridge.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I don't get it. I'm a pussy. I'll be like, I'll look at you, and I was like, I'll be back. I was like, I can't pick this up.
Well, that's the thing. Is like,
yeah. There's no way I'm moving that fridge.
Well, that's the thing. Is like, I would ask 1,000 questions. Like, hey, honestly, like, how many people do you think it would take? Like, how heavy do you think it is? Like, how easy is it gonna be to move? And it's like, I would have been honest with all these people. I would have been like, yeah, it's a bitch.
Yeah.
Do you ever?
Bro, someone's like, I've had to flip tires before, like as part of like my job, and I've done it for conditioning. Like, it's not fun. I don't want to ever flip the tire again.
And so one of these tires you could flip, the other tire you could not flip, and that's the one that everyone's reaching out about because it's the biggest one.
Yeah.
Oh, because they're so strong.
Everyone's so fucking strong. And here's the thing: strong men, like, you know, people approaching 300 pounds or who can lift like, you know, 800 pounds, they ain't showing up. It's
Right.
fucking. It's people who work
They
regular
already own a
jobs.
tire like that.
Yeah.
They don't even want that tire. Fuck it. They're like, I don't need this tire.
Yeah, they're like, fuck this thing.
No.
That thing's gonna suck to flip. Why would I want to
look,
do that?
They look at it and they go, "Dude, that fucking tire's insane. I don't want that."
Yeah.
They're like, who's gonna flip this tire? They're like, I'm gonna end up with this big fucking piece of rubber in my backyard. But then you got like the average dad who's just like, looked at golfers that lift. He's like, I need to get in shape.
Yep.
This is the tire for me.
But someone came and grabbed both tires.
Oh wow.
Did you have to help him though?
Nope. I have to fact check that they're actually gone. But he said they're gone. But I just told him they were outside because they were in the parking lot. I just said take them, and he messaged me. He goes, "Hey, thanks for the tires. We took both off your hands." I'm like, "Thank you, sir."
Yeah, that's awesome.
You're gonna go back there Monday and just gonna be.
They're gonna be back. There's gonna be 5 tires now.
Yeah, they're gonna add more.
Yeah, they're just like, good thing we got rid of these fucking tires, dude.
All right.
Mellow final
Next
thought.
time my fucking they'll be like, next time my fucking backhoe breaks down, I know where to go.
Next time I need to check and see where the nearest farm is, we'll be able to drop them off.
It's in Middleborough. We saw
Hey,
horses today.
You know what would have been so awkward, and you should get him on here, is like, imagine if like when you put that shit on sale, like if Joe B, the tattoo artist, was the one to pick it up.
Oh God, he never would have got that thing going.
How funny would that have been though? Like whether it was that or the fridge, like.
Just because it's him? Because I mean, I like
Yeah.
Joe.
I do too. I just feel like
Like watching him move a fridge might be kind of funny, but he actually might
Yeah.
move it. I don't know. He's a big
Yeah.
dude.
yeah. Here's the thing: is based off I can like everyone's humor here. I think it'd be good to get me, you, Jared, and Joe all on one podcast.
Joe
and
would
just
be
make fun of
good.
Each other for an hour.
He would he would be good. He
Just
would be good.
Share some crazy stories.
Oh God, he must have. Yeah.
I'm sensing a very similar sense of humor between all of us.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we get along with them so well. I mean, everyone I
Yeah.
send them to, I always send them good people.
Yeah.
So for those listening, we kind of all grew up in a fucked up way.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like it's a New England thing too.
Yeah, it's like a laugh through the pain thing.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I think I'm literally making this up, but I want to say 40%, 30 or 40% ish of all Navy SEALs are from New England,
Oh God.
because like they haven't done like studies at like why, but just they think it's because like it's so shitty here, especially in the winter, that like we grow accustomed to like harsh conditions and like
Dude,
just like the survival mindset where like those type of people just do well in special forces.
I might have a general better outlook on life if it wasn't so fucking shitty all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it fucking snowed this morning,
It did. But
It's spring.
then we golfed.
but then we golfed
Yeah. So it got better.
and I shot 2 over,
Yeah.
one including hitting to the wrong green.
Yeah.
Hey, it's hard, man.
I stuck it
But
in.
no,
I
like,
stuck it tight on that pin too.
Dude, yeah, New England is like everyone's mean to each other, and the weather really sucks for it. Like literally, like winter doesn't count as a season. There's only 3 seasons a year. Like
Yeah.
spring kind of sucks. Like it is what it is.
We don't even really get spring anymore.
No, it just kind of
Everyone's a mild
rains
alcoholic.
for a while and then it's 90,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
and then fall
Okay,
goes
but-
from 90 to rain.
Yep.
Yeah. New England is like it's really hot in the summer, really cold in the winter. Spring is like one day you might wake up and freeze your cock off, and the other day it's really warm. And then like everyone's a little bit of an alcoholic situationally,
Yep.
like,
Yep.
and everyone's really mean and rude, and they
All the
belittle
time.
their children, and then they send us out into the world, and they wonder why like we take over everything.
Yeah. We just have this like shitty fucking almost like Napoleon complex.
Yeah, dude, we're optimistically pessimistic.
I call
Yeah.
it battle tested.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah, that's true. We're very battle
Tested.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go out of places. Like I went down to Georgia one summer, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is gonna work," and I was like, "This is fucking stupid. It's gonna fail." Like they're like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "I don't know why, but I was like, I feel like I've been in situations like this, whether it involves CTE with football, like drinking, my porn habits. This is not gonna work." Like,
My life experience has led me to the point where I can confidently say whatever your fucking plan is sucks.
yeah, I was like, "I've done this millions of times. Don't listen to me. It's fine. I'm gonna let you know it's not gonna work." Like,
Yeah. All right. So I think my final thought is going to be some parting words of wisdom.
Ooh,
so
okay.
it's 2019.
Yep.
Everybody watches porn.
Okay.
So let's get past that.
So I'm the only fucking weirdo that talked about tires.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's not porn shame people anymore. Like some people like weird shit, and like I said, I'm not like really into like strange stuff, but sometimes I get down the rabbit hole where I'm like, let me just click on this and see where it goes. And what was is that TED 2 where you're always 3 clicks away from black dicks?
Two clicks away from black cocks.
Yeah.
So true.
So it's like, that. So all right, my thing is twofold. One, you're only 2 clicks away from black cocks,
Yep.
and 2, make sure you use the private browser.
Yeah.
You don't want any issues to come up.
Nope. Clean and neat.
Yeah.
No, it's true. Like, I mean, like I say, like, I don't care. Like, if you get a black cock, that's cool.
Yeah.
But as someone who grew up with a white one, it's just weird to me to see it. Like, I'm not interested in it. Like, catches me off guard.
Yeah, the worst thing ever is when they have the angle where it's like behind the dude and all you can see is like the ball sack of like fucking hitting her fucking grundle area, and it's like, why who enjoys this view? Why are we doing this right now? Like, I don't want to look at this guy's dick. Like, I don't want to look at his balls. Like, I'm just trying to watch porn here. Like, what are you doing?
You know who enjoys that view? Dennis Reynolds.
Yeah.
It's pretty clear from porn. We're just the inferior, like, race. Like,
Yeah.
we're just like, we can't jump. We can't play sports. They're better at sex.
We have better suicide jokes.
Yeah. No, that's what we got.
Well, we have a higher suicide rate, too, so it is what it is. Like, whatever.
Small victories.
Based off this conversation, we know Bobby's porn history involves midgets, tires, and clothes.
I said nuggets.
Nuggets, yeah.
I said nuggets.
But still, your porn history probably is a combination of tires, so we know you like rubber, clothes, and midgets.
It's actually just like the Windows screensavers. I just kind of scroll through those.
Dude, it's like when I watched porn back in the day. I remember like when with dial-up, because I tried to sneak it in, I'd like print out pictures.
That's when you start looking at the ceiling and it's like, I guess that could be a nipple.
Yeah.
That could be a title.
Memory was a motherfucker.
Yeah.
He'd be like, hold on, let me think of that video. I'd be like, parents are out of the house for 20 minutes, 5 minutes, they definitely won't call, log in, get it, print these 3 out, stuff them under the mattress because they'll never find it there. That's not a spot to check. Like,
nobody ever checks under the mattress.
Yeah. Hope for the best. I'm a genius.
We gotta wrap this up.
Wrap it up.
All right.
It's a hard topic. You can talk about porn forever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's gonna do it for us. Thanks everybody for listening. We're out everywhere where you can find podcasts. We're also on YouTube. If you're listening to the audio show and there's a solid chance you also don't watch on YouTube, but our video just cut out. Our camera kind of fucking sucks. We're going through some trials and tribulations here. We're getting this camera thing done. It shuts off on us sometimes. I think the battery died halfway through. I don't know what's going on. We'll figure it out. We'll get the YouTube stuff up and running. It's still new with that. So bear with us. But thanks for listening and watching if you're on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. On Twitter, just search us as Sarcasm Speaks. I think that's all of our bases, right? Yep. Sounds good. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes and YouTube. You can follow us. You get notifications and stuff when everything goes live. And So Mitch, thanks for coming on today. This was a fucking blast, man. It was nice to meet you virtually.
Yeah, my brain's a fucked up place to be.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I like that about you.
And actually, why don't you guys pump your other podcast that you guys get going on?
Mass Performance
That's
Pod.
you, Bobby.
Yeah. So you can find Mass Performance Pod. That's related more towards the actual strength and conditioning side of what we do. It's a little more serious. I think we only swear once or twice per episode. We definitely don't talk about porn. Probably don't talk about tires either because they're stupid. But we have some episodes up there with more to come, and we're gonna get a little more organized on that front as well.
Sweet. And then Mitch, where can people find you?
Yeah, just go through the Mass Performance site. I'll answer any DMs there. And like me and Bobby say, like, you know, we really don't enjoy working. So if you guys want to sponsor this podcast and you think this was a great threesome, hire us.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Best threesome I've been a part of.
Yeah, I'd put it up there.
Because I'm done working. I don't want to work anymore. Fuck it.
Yeah, no, I just want to make living off of a podcast.
Good. I'm also done with this episode.
Yeah.
So till next time. Peace.
All right. Later, man.
All right, guys.
Bye.